I'm Murray Harmon. I'm an Ottawa resident. It's been 10 weeks since I started the program, and I've lost, depending on when you judge, approximately, or just a little under 30 pounds, which was surprising. I had no idea I was going to lose that much weight. Because I didn't set out to lose weight, I set out to become more healthy, but the reality is I always perceived myself as say a 200-pound guy. I wasn't. I didn't understand how much extra energy it takes to carry 30 pounds you don't need. I'm not as young as I may look. I've talked to an awful lot of people over the years who've battled weight issues and tried many, many things. And the one thing that always invariably happens is they lose some weight and they go right back. And in studying metabolic balance, I realized that the one thing that is key is you're retraining the way you think about eating. And it's been actually amazing. For me to even imagine saying that the thought of eating a giant hamburger platter with fries would probably almost make me sick, that would be so foreign it's ridiculous. But the truth is my body's reprogrammed, and that's not something I desire. And it's amazing. I feel so much better eating foods that agree with me from a health perspective. It's hasn't been easy. Oh my goodness, it hasn't been easy. And I still, there's still things you want to snack on because you have things you like, but it's all in moderation, and it's to me much more preferred. I feel better in general. You learn to try things, and you learn to go in a good direction. I've always almost been pretty much borderline anti-exercise, and the idea of going for a walk and suddenly realizing I'm not carrying 30 pounds is ridiculous. As other examples, I've decided to do a little bit of weight training. I'm not going to pretend I am in any way exercise guy, but the nose of the plane's heading up. A year ago, as an example, I tried water skiing at age 52 and I almost died. It was horrifying, and I'd water skied all my life, and I suddenly had to realize, oh no, this isn't going well. But that would have been back when I was 200-pound mark. And so this year I tried water skiing again, and I was about 25 pounds later, and I popped out like a cork. So it was actually it was a memorable moment in time for me. What it felt like, it was like, oh my goodness, that was fun. It was shocking. I went home and I got a pull-up bar, and doing one almost killed me. I could barely do one. And 6 weeks later, I'm up to 10. And the reason I'm doing this is that my goal for next year is to be able to slalom water ski. No snacking. Well, I was so programmed, and that was actually where I started. When I started the program was related to health, and I was probably, going back a year, I would have been 3 to 4 big Lay's bags a week, like hardcore on the chips. Me and chips were tight. It was definitely a divorce, a messy one. But it's been really, really good. So I've replaced all of that, and I don't even crave them, which is really weird. I don't know why that is. I don't crave them, and if I do eat snacks, it's within the context of metabolic balance with the meals, and it's not something I miss. The sudden impact of giving up all the foods you like and eating this particular diet, that's probably the sort of the hardest initial part. First couple of weeks are not easy. And the support that we get is great. I don't know that I would really change anything. My expectations, I think, were realistic. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but it's only been 10 or 12 weeks, and the results have been amazing. So particularly fortunate to do this with my spouse. And so, whereas she used to try to eat healthy, I'd be breaking out the burgers. I mean, it's not nice, but it just always felt that way. And now we did this together, and that made it particularly great. At first, it was a bit of an adjustment to think of having all of the different food groups prepared carefully, because we even we ended up with, well, we have one weigh scale. We're always fighting over it. So we ended up with a his and hers. I mean, that's been really, really good, because now we can prepare quickly and weigh out all our portions, and because you tend to be making your meals at the same time. Once you get past the change part, it is actually very enjoyable. It sets up more of a couple's routine, and you're starting to look out for each other, and that's good. That's always good. It's a very open program in that you're going to probably find it easier and do better if you're willing to work within the context of a group. So I don't think any one person can easily make significant changes, because it takes time to to rethink, I guess, about how you eat and everything. And it's very helpful to have the support of a group. It's particularly helpful to I had many questions, and Lucy is on fire with trying to dig up answers, and it's been really good that way. It's just been really helpful. Like, small changes can add up. Many people that you know that you care about deeply struggle with weight, and ultimately if you're struggling with weight, you're probably also not as healthy as you could be, and you may be missing out on life experiences. I never give a 10, I'd have to give it an 8, because nothing's ever perfect, but I'd say it's pretty amazing. I feel very, very good.